order to make room for our exclusive preview card yesterday, Pull From Tomorrow, we didn't do a full episode, so we're pulling double duty today. First up, the Magic the Gathering Twitter account announced yesterday that there will be a special Amonkhet preview stream this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on their Twitch channel. Not a lot of details were provided about the event, but subscribers to the Magic Twitch channel will be able to submit questions for a live Q&A session. Getting into Amonkhet previews, yesterday on the Magic homepage, Gabby Spartz revealed Honored Hydra, a rare 6/6 snake Hydra for 5 and a green. It has Trample and Embalm for 3 and a green, making it very reminiscent of Blue-Green Madness staple, Roar of the Worm. Also on the homepage, Mark Rosewater shows off a new Aftermath card, Never to Return. Never is a rare sorcery for 1 black that says destroy target creature or planeswalker. Not quite Hero's Downfall, but still a way to deal with a pesky Gideon. On the other side, Return is a sorcery for 3 and a black that says exile target card from a graveyard, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. The Mana Source yesterday revealed another super exciting mythic, Vizier of the Menagerie. A 3/4 Naga Cleric for 3 and a green, it says you may look at the top card of your library, you may cast the top card of your library if it's a creature card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast creature spells. Basically an Oracle of Moldiah for creatures? You can bet this is going to see a lot of Commander play. Over on the Command Zone podcast, hosts Jimmy Wong and Josh Lee Kwai show off a new rare legendary creature, one of 4 they received to film a new episode of Game Nights. NEHEB the Worthy is a 2/2 Minotaur Warrior for 1 black-red that has first strike and says other Minotaurs you control have first strike. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, Minotaurs you control get +2/+0, and whenever NEHEB the Worthy deals combat damage to a player, each player discards a card. On Twitter, Wizards designer Dave Humphries previewed an uncommon Aftermath control card. Reduce is an instant for 2 and a blue that says counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. And Rubble is a sorcery for 2 and a red that says up to 3 target lands don't untap during their controller's next untap step. That wasn't the only counterspell shown on Twitter yesterday, as the Japanese Magic account revealed Censor, an uncommon instant for 1 and a blue. It has cycling for a blue and says counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. The White God OKETRA the True was previewed on the Italian version of Wired magazine. A 3/6 for 3 and a white, it has double strike and indestructible and says OKETRA the True can't attack or block unless you control at least 3 other creatures. For 3 and a white, you can create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance. Aw, the Cat God brings you token presents. Moving on to today's previews, the folks over at the First Strike podcast have 2 new preview cards. Pyramid of the Pantheon is a 1-mana artifact that says pay 2 and tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, then put a brick counter on it. Tap to add 3 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. Activate this ability only if there are 3 or more brick counters on Pyramid of the Pantheon. In order to help with the brick counters, along with all the -1/-1 counters in the set, we get Quarry Hauler at common. A 4/3 camel for 3 and a green, it says when it enters the battlefield, for each kind of counter on target permanent, put another counter of that kind on it or remove 1 from it. Continuing the trend of pop culture sites revealing new previews, Entertainment Weekly shows off 3 new cards, along with some unseen artwork. Sun-Scorched Desert is a common land with a subtype of desert that says when it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target player and it taps for 1 colorless. Looking like Death Shadow's baby brother, Grimstrider is an uncommon 6/6 horror for 3 and a black that gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. Finally, Cryptic Serpent is an uncommon 6/5 serpent for 5 blue that costs 1 less for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. If you're looking for a way to search out your Sun-Scorched Desert, Limited Resource has an uncommon that should help. Sheafit Monitor is a 6/5 lizard for 5 and a green that has cycling for 3 and a green, and when you cycle it, you may search your library for a basic land card or desert card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. It even includes reminder text to search before you draw off your cycling. Limited Resources also showed off 3 more new cycling cards. First we have Deem Worthy, an uncommon for 4 and a red. It deals 7 damage to target creature, cycles for 3 in a red, and when you cycle it, you may have it deal 2 damage to target creature. Stir the Sands is an uncommon sorcery for 4 black that creates 3 2/2 black zombie creature tokens, and if you cycle it for 3 in a black, you create 1 2/2 black zombie creature token. Finally, Vizier of Tumbling Sands is an uncommon 1/3 human cleric for 2 in a blue that says tap it to untap another target permanent, and if you cycle it for 1 in a blue, untap target permanent. Recently, there was some discussion on Reddit and Twitter about the differences between a spoiler and a preview, and today we saw a clear example of it. The Green God, RHONAS the Indomitable, was spoiled today when a user posted a copy of the Spanish language version of the card. Shortly after, the Magic Mike's Twitter account posted that this was supposed to be their preview card for their episode tomorrow, and posted the English language version of the card. A 5/5 for 2 and a green, it has Death Touch and Indestructible, can't attack or block unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater, and for 2 and a green, it can give another target creature +2/+0 and trample until end of turn. On the Magic homepage today, Adam Staborski overloads us with zombies. Lord of the Accursed is an uncommon 2/3 zombie for 2 and a black, gives all your other zombies +1/+1, and you can pay 1 in a black and tap it to give all zombies menace until end of turn. Plague Belcher is a rare 5/4 zombie beast for 2 in a black that has menace, and when it enters the battlefield, you put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. Whenever another zombie you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Finally, Dread Wanderer is a rare 2/1 zombie jackal for a single black that enters the battlefield tapped and has the ability to pay 2 in a black to return it from your graveyard to the battlefield as a sorcery if you have 1 or fewer cards in hand. Our last card of the day, what can I say about it? It's like Wizards designed it specifically for me. Previewed by Louis Scott Vargas on the Magic homepage, Nissa, Steward of Elements is a mythic for blue-green X. That's right, X in the casting cost of a Planeswalker. It enters the battlefield with X loyalty counters. Its +2 is Scry 2. For 0, you can look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card or a creature card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of loyalty counters on Nissa, Steward of Elements, you may put that card onto the battlefield. And for -6, you untap up to 2 target lands you control. They become 5/5 elemental creatures with flying and haste until end of turn. Oh my god, I am so excited for this card. When I first saw it, I almost did a lap around our office building. As soon as I saw it, I got super excited, and then of course Justin Parnell had to troll me and say, watch them make these amazing blue-green cards in this set, and then no blue-green legendary creature for Commander versus. What a downer. That's our show for today, April 11th. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest Magic news and strategy. I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this has been Split Second.